News providers are a key element in trading to ensure that you don't get stuck in a move when someone said something to upset someone else, right? I hate having to deal with it, honestly. It's just one of those things that it's part of the industry. And although, it may not be that fun to have to sit on the coattails of a Twitter profile to make sure that somebody doesn't say something sideways, it can be highly enjoyable when those moves and those crazy things that people say happen in my favor. The problem is they can also be incredibly expensive when it follows Murphy down the rabbit hole. Hey there, John Henry here, Slingshot Futures Trading Group, SSFTG. Today I'm going to talk about my news provider and the one that I use and why I use them and why I recommend them to everyone that I can and have for quite a while. You've probably seen the window on the screen for a while on my news on the top corner there. Every time we start the stream, it's up there. And that little snappy, poppy sound that you'll hear in the background every once in a while during the live trade room is also coming from this. The news provider I use is Financial Juice, and I use them in concert with Tickstrike, one of the applications that, if we make this full size, you'll see on the right side over here. This is that poppy, clicky sound, and you can also get the desktop application too. Now, first off, let me preface this by saying I am partnered with Financial Juice and I get their service for free. No, they didn't ask me to record this video. And in fact, if you've been around for a while now, and you've talked to me for a little while, you'll know that I've been recommending Financial Juice since before we even partnered together. I'm a huge supporter of what they bring to the table, and I wanted to cover why I use them, and I chose to go with them. One of the first things that has to immediately come to mind is cost. Compared to some of the other live audible news squawk services that are out there that are charging like $300 to $400 a month, Financial Juice starts at $100 a month, and it can get even cheaper with a one-time purchase option as well. So for like the cost of 3 months of some of the other services, you have it for literally like ever. So if we make this a little bit bigger here so you can see where it's at, on the top right corner, you'll be able to see the voice news, and that's where you'll hear them speaking. Now, I have my speakers muted right now so they don't talk over and I don't talk over them and cause a mess. But if you want to listen to them, you'll be able to do that right up in the top corner, and you can hear them speaking the news, which is super handy so that I don't have to have the window open on my screen all the time. I can leave it hidden behind, and they'll tell me when the news is coming out. On top of that, you've probably heard them talking if you've been in the live trade room. You'll hear them talking in the background, and at any point in time when you hear them talking, as a pro user to Financial Juice, you don't have any delay on the news announcements either. So you get the news as soon as it comes out, and that way you know what's happening up to the second. They do have a full news calendar on the left side so that you can see what's going on as far as the news and what you have to look out for as far as what's happening today and for the rest of the week, etc. That's really, really handy. On top of them telling you what's happening, you can see it there. I know I always forget what news is going on, so having them remind me audibly is super handy if you couldn't tell. I'm a big fan of that feature. Of course, I can't forget about Tickstrike as well, and that's this little window that you see down here in the bottom. Let me highlight it for you down there. Tickstrike is also built into the website for the S&P 500, the Euro, Oil, Bitcoin, etc. And Tickstrike it's a really, really cool application. It's literally an audible cue to the buying and selling pressure in the markets. It's like sitting in the pits virtually, if that makes sense. It's probably one of the coolest trading tools that I have and use every day, and it really helps to narrow down on the market speed, which we actually just did a video on, in terms of finding your entries. Now, along with that, there are a ton of different things that you can do, like customize your entire news feed. They've got pivot points and unusual activity, and there's so much stuff that they bring to the table that I have a hard time not talking about them and bringing them forward when people ask me who I use. Now, again, like I said, I am partnered with them. I don't have to pay for their service, being 100% transparent with you. But they also didn't ask me to record this video. I'm just a huge fan of their service. What they bring to the table makes the other options out there seem obsolete, and they do it at 1/3 of the cost or more. It's crazy. If you want to check out Financial Juice, you can sign up for an account and get delayed audio news for free. And of course, if you want a more upgraded up to the second type account, you can upgrade to a pro account. You can get all of the perks with that as well. Again, you can find out more info about that on their main page at financialjuice.com. If you're looking for a way to hang out with me and the other VIPs, you can check out our trial registration link on the main page of SSFTG. It gets you in our VIP live trade room for 1 week, totally free. Plus, you get our 24-page guide on risk reward and scheduling access to a 30-minute call with me to get any questions that you have taken care of. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great one. Thanks.